What is happening? Look at this gorgeous day. A little bit different than the three-wheeler video. The leaves are out, birds are singing, sun's shining, and we're gonna do a bit of a walk. Oh my God! What the? Here, let me turn the radio down for a sec here before I get nailed for copyright. There we go, boys. Haven't done a walk around since last year, and I've been doing tons of stuff to this thing. So give me a sec, I'll get prepared. We'll be right back. I don't know if that worked. Probably not. Anyways, boys, I've been doing tons of work to this thing. Tons. It's like owning a Can-Am. You ride it and then fix it. I don't know what it is about Can-Ams, but it's just the way that it is. But I will tell you that I ride the shit out of this. I drive it pretty hard. That's what it was meant for. There's a few upgrades on this. I don't know where to even start here. Since the last time, I've got some PowerMad brush guards with LED lights. They're pretty cool, actually. Look at those suckers. Just something different, you know. I moved on from there. I'll just keep that light on. And I got a set of far mudding halos for Gen 1. Now tell me they don't look spectacular. Frig. They look amazing. The new sport cars, the European ones, or even some of the new Chevs, the Chev cars have that around the headlights. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So that was, put those on a few months actually, a few months ago. You've probably seen them. The cryptids. So I got the HD14s, STIs. Beautiful, beautiful beadlock rims. Bought those. Job from ATV, I bought his cryptids. I found out yesterday that these 9s, correct me if I'm wrong, only came on Can-Am issued machines. You can't get 9s aftermarket. You can only get 10s. Now correct me if I'm wrong. Make a comment down there. I want to see it. I talked to a guy yesterday. He ordered 10s for his Arctic Cat and he couldn't get 9s. Lo and behold, I was riding with the 2018 Outlander. He had 9s. Not a coincidence, I don't think. I love these cryptids. I absolutely adore them. They make this thing handle incredible. I mean, when I turn a corner, I turn the corner. Like there's no sliding. I'm right in the corner like I'm on slots. It's the perfect tire for this machine. I'm not saying it's a perfect tire for your machine. But again, the guy I was riding with yesterday with the 2018 Outlander XMR, he loves his cryptids. No, he wants to upgrade to something different, obviously, but he hasn't had the other tires to really compare. He's just got these ones. Once he goes to another tire and he gets out on the trails, a little bit more hard pack stuff, he's going to notice a lot more sliding and not as much grip on the hard pack trails. Of course, mud is different. Do these excel in the mud? Oh my God, not like Assassinators, that's for sure, or Job's Intercos. But saying that, they still perform really well in the mud. One of my last series of videos, I had actually forgot to put it in four-wheel drive a couple times. I was so tired, oh my God. And I was heading through holes in two-wheel drive, and this thing was just like, I thought I was in four-wheel drive. Moving on. The next thing, you guys know, if you see my other videos, I've got a full CVTech Trail Block primary and a yellow-black secondary spring. Was not getting the performance out of the trail block that I wanted, so I upgraded the spring. Phone CVTech, they sent me the right spring. They sent me a longer spring, so it holds that outer sheave out until my RPMs get up, which is more in the power band. That's what springs do. They either hold it out or they hold it in. I put that on and I took my engagement from basically 1600, which is the average engagement I think for these machines, 1600 up to 2500. Huge difference. It's just like instant. Amazing. The throttle control and response is just utterly amazing. I'm getting every bit of performance out of this machine that I was meant to get. I bought a used Gorilla axle, rad relocate. Yes, I've rolled this machine 2 times. Oh yeah, like that. Oh, ooh. Shit. But both times my rad got all bent all the shit. So it was about time I got that. Bought that used, $100. You don't have to buy everything new, you guys. $100. 100. I thought that was a pretty good deal. Fit right on. And moving on. Where did I go from? Oh, I put a Gates belt on. Brand new belt. And I actually broke that one in. No, I did, really. So we'll see how long that one lasts after the summer of riding. What else? That. Oh my God. That thing. RGWC Mud Edition slip-on exhaust with a turn-down tip. A turn-down tip. So the sound goes down a little bit more. Okay? So I think our rep, Trevor Braun, wanted to see what this looked like on the machine. I actually like it. I like it a lot. It keeps everything down. I don't care for it coming straight out. It doesn't really matter to me if it comes straight out or not. He kind of wanted me to give it a bit of a run and see how it works. I love the sound of it. This exhaust is like built for this bike. It's just amazing. And I ran that a couple times. I know you're not supposed to run the slip-ons because these things already have a lean fuel issue already. So to go with that, I got an RJWC fuel tuner. I didn't say that right. Fuel tuner. And I'll tell you what, this thing is plug and play. Plug and play. Started right up. You got all these green lights, blah, blah, blah. You got to pay attention to those. It comes with instructions, pretty straightforward. And had a bit of a low P idle, you know. Had good revs, but still a low P idle. One time it did shut off, so obviously it wasn't getting enough fuel. Call up my rep. He told me what to do. I boosted it up 2.5 little ticks there, and took it right away. Within 15-20 seconds, the thing smoothed out. Had it out yesterday. That vid's coming out in about a week or so. Had it out yesterday, and the thing is working absolutely unbelievable. What else? What else? What do we got here? What do we got here? Oh, I did a seal in the back. I had to do a pinion seal. It was leaking, blah, blah, blah. And while I was back there, hey, shut up, squirrel. I'm trying to do a friggin' video here. Different little upgrades you can get or not get, or need or not need. This was a rear diff brace. Got from a guy who's manufacturing them. He's on Facebook. Got it, painted her all up. It was meant to go over top of these main support brackets, but I didn't like that, and I didn't agree with it, because to me, that's not doing what it's supposed to do, and the only way it can do its job is to be right up on the ears, here and here, not out here. Didn't make any sense to me. Maybe guys have run it and they've had no issues, but I didn't like it like that. So there was some issues with these ones as far as this frame being wider than what he had known. So what happened was, the first time I put it on, it actually bowed like this in the center, because it's just a little bit wider at the bottom. So in order to, you know, make up for that, this really did need to go on the inside, and I'll tell you, it was a lot of work, because the way these braces are made, they're formed like this on the inside, and you just don't split them, you just don't open them up. So I had to put it, what did I do? I tried all sorts of different things, spinning it backwards, spinning a vise backwards to open it up. I only needed to open like 1/4 of an inch. Anyways, long story short, it's a diff brace. It bolts to the frame down here, so you know it's a true, it's going to give you true support. You got support across the back here, as well as you have a singular piece that goes along the front from the top to back. Now that particular one, because you're overlapping 3/16 of an inch on both sides, that particular one I did put over top of this brace. I didn't have a choice. There's no other way to do it. I believe he's trying to make up something for me because when I actually put these on the inside, here, right against the diff like they're supposed to go, then I had all of this room here that I had to use washers for spacers to make sure I had my little tow hook thing on here. Saying that, he doesn't like that. So I think he's actually making something up. Either he's making me a new one of these or he's going back to the drawing board. He might be making me a complete new set for this particular unit. At least that's what he was alluding to. I don't know if he really is. I'm hoping that he's going to. So moving on from there, actually this is supposed to work really well. And if you didn't know, it's to stop these entire ears from busting off under torque loads. And that's exactly what will happen, especially the way I ride it. I can just see it. So far this rear end is performing well. It's 2009, guys. I've put it through some pretty serious stuff. Not racing, but you know, I'm not easy on it. In the last year and a half that I've had the bike, and so far no issues. Again, I did have that seal issue. Why was that? Oh, yeah, the seal issue, because the bolt, somebody put the bolt back in without the washer. What? Who did that? It was the last guy that worked on this. Yep, that was me. I didn't put the washer behind the bolt, and so basically that rear yoke with the brake rotor on it was flopping all around like hell, and took out the rear seal. So I had to do that. But saying that, the front diff I did at Christmas time, mint, not leaking. I did the seal and wear ring at Christmas. It is actually perfect. Back one, not such luck. So one of the last rides I was on, I was actually trying to climb a very steep hill. I think that's too steep. I got home and noticed that this tire was like this. Because what happened was, here's the rear trailing arm. It folded right here. So from the factory, there's a cap that goes from the forward portion of it right to about here, and then it ends. It's a support cap that goes here and it's welded. Well, this is just an extension. It's almost like they slipped it in, welded them together, but this didn't have any extra support. So I folded her right here. Actually, I have it around here somewhere. Where is it? Here it is. You guys hadn't seen that before. Folded her. Ooh, got some weight to them. Just like that. So you can see right here where it ends. Folded it right there. Pretty much where that hole is. But the weird thing is, if you guys can see that, do you see this, put this down. Do you see this wear mark right here? Stupid camera keeps going off. This wear mark right here, this rust, both of them had it. Now the other one had it and it was fine, but it's weird how they're both rubbing right there. Now I don't know what the previous owner did or what he had on there, but it's very weird wear mark to me. But they both had the paint rubbed off right here at the exact same spot. Anyways, I cut her open because I wanted just to see what was going on in there, and it was filled with so much dirt. It was plugged with dirt. And you guys that are cleaning your shit off, you got to make sure that you have openings here. Well, that's the top. It doesn't really matter about that. But you have drain openings in the bottom, right here and here. Okay, you need to friggin' make sure those are cleaned out, because once they get plugged, it just keeps all the shit in here. So yeah, so what I did was basically, we'll go back to this one, I'll show you. Because the support ends here, you can see the factory weld here and here. I actually made another cap to go over top, and I'll see if I can't post a couple pictures along with this video as well. Basically just welded another cap over top, welded it along here, all the way along the seam, 4 spot welds here on either side and 4 spot welds along here. And that's pretty much it. I never had it before, but it's definitely going to be a lot stronger than it was. So hopefully that won't happen again. I got all of that back together. Let's talk about Langham Lake. So I missed a big ride a couple weeks ago, Dungannon. The timing was wrong. This shit happens. And supposed to go to Lingham Lake, all set for that. Ordered a seal. The seal came in ordered the seal on Monday, Tuesday. Seal came in Wednesday. I got the seal Wednesday night. I go to put it in on Thursday night. Lo and behold, it's the wrong effing seal. What seal, you say? Well, it was a front crankcase seal. I got all this work done and noticed that I had quite the oil leak in the front there. Lo and behold, well, you can't see shit in there. Anyways, it's the front output shaft that comes out of the crankcase for your front drive shaft. Leaking. Ordered the wrong one. Thursday night. So, going back to Can-Am, we sorted it out. We found the right one. They just happen to have one laying around. Isn't that weird? And got her in, but it was too late. I had no testing and tuning on this. I had just put this diff brace in. I had just put the fuel tuner on, and it was just too much to do all on a Friday night and use Lingham Lake as my test and tune. It really sucks because I was looking forward to it. It rained, but it's still, there was over 100 bikes there. Would have been a good time with Job and Nos, XM Army. Loved that shit. And I missed it. But I went out yesterday. Did a test on it yesterday, and everything is working mint. So that's my Can-Am for 2018, boys. If I wasn't sick of working on this already, I literally pulled this rear off last night when I got home from the ride. So what was happening is the rear support, the bolts, where are we here? Right here. The bolts stripped out. They're gone. Okay? And they're literally stripped. So I'm not even going to bother tapping them. I don't want it to happen again. I've been actually fighting this issue for quite some time. I'll tighten them, they'll strip. I actually put a bolt in this one. It took a while because I did it with all the plastics on, and you need to get right in the side here. It's very, very difficult with all this crap on it in the way. So I took it all off. I'm just going to drill that out. Bolt it, Loctite the bolt. It will never come off. I don't have to worry about it ever coming off anyways. The only reason it came off this time is because I needed to see what was going on with these bolts. So that's the reason why the back is off. So I'm going to get back to that. And guys, I appreciate everybody coming along. It's been a fun year. I'm still not at my 1,000 subs, which who cares about subs? Who cares? This is fun to do. Frig. Everyone else is doing it. I figured, why wouldn't I do it? Now, here's the deal. I've had so much good luck with this bike. And guys that are spending upwards of $22,000 on their bikes, having nothing but issues. Major issues. Rear end issues. Transmission issues. Seal issues. I'm thinking of maybe just building a Gen 1. Right? Not this particular one. I'll keep this one as the one I ride. But just putting one together. You can get frames cheap. You can get, all this aftermarket stuff and just build it from the ground up. Man, you can build like 10 times the bike for half the cost if you do it all yourself. It's a true story. Oh, I didn't tell you why the front seal went. The front seal went because the bolt that held the drive shaft to the output shaft was gone. Now, who do you think had their hands on that last? Yeah, it was gone. But I don't know where it went. I know I Loctited it. The only thing I can think of is there might have been some grease in the hole possibly, or something. I don't know. And then when I put Loctite on it, the Loctite didn't have a chance to seat properly, or it was just that shitty type of blue Loctite. Maybe I should have used the red. I don't know. But the bolt I ordered from Can-Am actually has the Can-Am thread locking Loctite on it, and it's a lot better. When you're threading it in, you can actually feel the resistance of the bolt as it's being threaded in. So hopefully, saying that, I haven't checked it yet. That's on next on my list. Put this back together and then check that front bolt. That's it, guys. That's my one video for my 2018 walk around. There's only one thing I may do to this year to raise it up a bit, and that's just to put some spring lifts in here, just to get it up another inch. But It's doing fantastic the way that it is. I don't know if I want to do any more work. Just fix the things that are breaking. I think I might be at my limit with this. My snorkels are working good. I don't even have to worry about finding a cheap set of snorkels. They haven't leaked since I've done that. They're a pain in the ass, and sometimes they look like shit and they wiggle all around, but who cares? You know, they're not leaking down at the case or anything like that. So there you go. There you go. This particular machine, I raced my buds 2018 1000 XMR Outlander and totally left them sitting there. But that just gives you an idea of what these 800s are capable of. You know, they weigh 350 pounds less than the newer ones, and an 800 is not a piece of shit. An 800 is a pretty stout motor, boys. It's all in the clutching. All in the clutching. That's all that it is. Axles are good, rear end is good, front diff is good. Treat it good. Change your oil twice a year. If your shit's not leaking, change it. If you ride it like I do, change it. Change it in the spring, change it at the end of the summer. Hell, why not? If it saves the diff, you know, what are you looking at for a diff? $600 to $900? I don't know. So there she is, boys. I'm gonna get her back together, and I will see you out on the trails. Big thumbs up. I appreciate everybody coming out on the rides with me. I'm gonna leave you with the sweet sound of the RJWC. Right on, boys. Love it. Wake up the neighbors.